Good morning, YouTube. 9:15 a.m. 9/4/2019. Um, I'm gonna get on here for a little bit. I'm just trying to get my breakfast that I just ate. I had some farm fresh eggs, a piece of sourdough toast, and a couple of ice cold pears off my neighbor's tree. Of course, they didn't come off ice cold. I had them in the refrigerator. But anyway, I'm letting my food settle a little bit. I'm getting some more work done on my house on the side over here in the kitchen today. Went out there earlier and raked up a bunch of trash and wood and different things and moved some things back, getting ready to set some blocks under the edge of the house to make sure it don't move no further than it has. Um, I got this other laptop sitting here in front of me, just kind of randomly going through things, hearing about some other news off of YouTube and some other places. Um, I don't know. Let's start with Doria in Florida. Um, People's got their own opinions. My opinion on this is these hurricanes that's happening has been happening for quite a while. A lot of these other storms is man-made. I don't care if people. I mean, if y'all want to believe, that's up to you. If you don't, that's too up to you. Um, Pentagon diverts 3.6 billion to help Trump's wall. I love how they keep saying Trump's wall. Okay, if y'all ain't noticed how they randomly use Trump as an scapegoat, and it's always been about we the people, the pawns of the country. Okay, South Africa is under turmoil right now. Um, these idiots took the time to run all the farmers out of the country, kill the farmers. Now they're running around starving to death. Stores is looted to the ground. They're burning them to the ground. They're stoning truck drivers to death. None of this is on our regular everyday news. I find that a little, well, I can't say disheartening. They're marching right along with their masters. Um, I love how the feed was going till I started this on the other laptop under the headlines of the Washington Post talking about Dorian and bullshit CNN. 34 people presumed dead after dive boat fire tragedy. How do you presume somebody dead? Either they are or they aren't. If they're not dead and you don't have a body, it's called missing person. Words. People's gonna find out here soon how words have just totally shoved a knife straight up their ass and used their brain as silly putty. They're gonna find this out real soon. That's coming. Warcastles is making sure of that. What happened after the boat left harbor? Family of 5 in Santa Cruz. Students among the victims. There's 3 different headlines on one boat. And Harvey is reporting on it, showing the boat after the so-called fire not having nowhere near the damage. And it was a vessel that was resalvaged. They claimed a lot of lies. One of the owners of the boat in the dive thing uh, may be transgender now, but they're not wanting to talk about that either. It's really strange how they screw everybody with their lies. We'll get my camera going in and out. Like I said, it has its goods and its bads. Eventually, I'll put me a real camera up here, and it may not be no more than um, Google or YouTube messing with my feeds on recording. This one may get out, may not. Dorian's impact flattens neighborhoods in Bahamas. Man lost wife in Doria. aerial footage reveals extended destruction. Now, I've heard some other things about the Bahamas situation, not saying that there wasn't people injured, there wasn't people killed, okay? But the underground military is saying that there was places there in the Bahamas with the pedophiles was dropping off children. It was a drop-off point for these deranged psychopaths known as the elite to come and get them some. I'm a blunt person. If nobody's never seen me or heard me, I don't hold anything back. I'm kind of like Chappelle done a good job on his Netflix thing, Sticks and Stones. I think he should have went a little further. That's my opinion. I wish to God George Carlin was around right now. You talking about some waking some stupid motherfuckers up. Let's see. What do we got here? Make Earth cool again. Pocahontas wearing a hat says this. Okay. So she's going to go grab a phrase, a piece of it from Trump to put on one of her stupid ass hats. Okay. The hat even looks funny on her head. It's like there's a skull there, but there ain't no brain in it. And the hat shows it. See how round mine is? Hers is all fucked up. You'd have to see the picture. Off the debate stage, daily something or another. Booker history with Davos is under scrutiny. Yeah, he's from a white collar family that was well off. He's running around trying to act poor and black and oppressed. He's nowhere near the above. Let's see. Things people waste money on. They're showing this guy grabbing a bunch of, looks like paper towels and toilet paper from a bulk item store. So he's never, if that's toilet paper, I think that's what it is, toilet paper, big old, he's not going to use it to wipe his ass. So he's wasting money. How is that possible? Okay, just a thought. What we got here? Never ending Brexit saga. What's next? Well, if the guy they put in there is the new PM, does his job, what's next is Brexit will happen. Okay? If he's a fucking sellout, like Farage says that he is, okay, there's going to be another bunch of games being played. This has gotten a little too far and a little too long in the scope of things, too. I find it retarded on how much people turn all of these situations into a fucking soap opera. This is people's lives, okay? And there are futures that these fucking people keep playing with. I don't know if people understand that. Okay? Us here in the United States. Same thing. Okay. NXIVM. Let's see. Discord rumors hint Lopkin and something another. The bitch spent a lot of money, so did her husband, on making sure that their dumbass kids got an education, whether they were smart enough to actually have it or not. That's what it boils down to. They had money enough to guarantee their daughter, their son, a fucking piece of paper that most people could wipe their ass on to hang on a wall. That's what they done. Okay? But being unfair to the lower class of people, that's why they're up in the limelight right now. Okay? This has been going on for a lot longer, way longer than what they want to claim, especially the mainstream media. This is U.S. Weekly. Let's see. Cyrus Carter are reportedly living together. Cyrus and Carter. Why, they look a lot of puss? Is that what's going on? That's been going on for, oh, what, 2,000-3,000 years? Okay. As hell after difficult divorce. Some other pop star, I guess, blonde-headed bimbo that everybody regards as something that's should not be there, like a god. Okay, let's see what else here. Transfer your debt and pay no interest for 21 months. Compare cards. Okay, if I know the crowd that probably does watch me understands debt, okay, and a fiat currency. And for the ones that don't or have never seen me, please go look them words up before you start running that lip, okay? Debt, fiat currency, no good, okay? What's coming? The gold standard will put us back in a rightful place. Every one of us, okay? It leaves a lot of questions for a lot of people, even myself, because I am on a fixed income due to a major heart surgery. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what the next one is here. How one sock led to his arrest 10 years after his girlfriend's death. Washington Post. Have no damn idea who that even is. But if y'all haven't noticed something, and there's a few things that dawned on me night before last that I'm going to relieve myself here on YouTube with, if I can get it put out. One is the criminal element, okay, for years has always been the poor and the oppressed, 90% of the time, okay? Very few at the top, the ones that's always run it, owned it, and collect the most wealth from it, known as criminalism, okay? They're just now starting to become, say, maybe 20 to 25% of this situation, okay? Oh, this is wonderful. Elliott, Cowboy, reaches 6-year, $90 million deal. Why are you paying this stupid motherfucker $90 million to play football? Do you not understand these people are not fucking gods? Y'all are idiots. Sorry. Let's see. Cut WR. I am the biggest fan. Something or other bullshit. NFL quarterback sets Guinness World Record. Excuse me. I read that wrong. I barely could see it. US Today Sports. US Today Sports. US Today Sports. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. Famous urologist tells all. It's the best prostate solution no one is talking about. Prostate supplement. Let's see what this is. Off-duty officer stops Walmart shooting. ABC News. Wow. 81-year-old busted in luxury NYC breaks in. An 81-year-old breaks into a luxury something or another. I ain't even going to go into the stories because 90% of this is what I call the 4 a.m. fillers. Okay? They've got their lies to tell, then they throw these little fillers in there. Brexit goes against Boris. Johnson. He calls for election. New York Times. About 90% of what we're seeing here on this Brexit thing is a lie here in the United States. Okay? The only reason they're doing this is to play the tennis match back and forth for us dumbasses over here. That's what they think. Okay? This pawn show that we're in on this chessboard that they keep fucking with. Remember, this is our fucking future. This is our fucking country. Okay? And people has forgot. They work for us, not us for them. Okay, man proposes to girlfriend for a month without he realizing it. I ain't gonna touch that one. Let's see. Statue of Unity makes Time's 100 greatest places. Well, that's one ugly statue of an ugly old man, it looks like. Mystery of the South Africa missing sharks. The fucking country's on fire over there. They're killing each other with fucking rocks and everything else. But a fucking bunch of sharks disappearing is a news? How? It actually made it on here. ENCA. Who the fuck is that? Have no idea. Iconic Singapore hotel offers free stays. Let's see. Foods that sabotage your sleep. Looks like a glass of ice water. Eat this, not that. So they're now telling us what we can eat and what we can't eat, or what's good for us, what ain't good for us. We've been hearing this shit for years, and they've been hiding the fucking truth about cancer cures, AIDS cures. Well, of course, if you go back, if people's got enough brain up here and mentality to understand that AIDS and cancer is something that was man-made a long time ago. Oh, and this bullshit. Pop Sugar, Insider Pop Sugar. Stunning photo of Queen Bee, Beyonce. Whore, period. She just looks good, okay? She sold out to her masters a long time ago. She's no more than a high-priced hooker with a little bit of talent. See Beyonce style evolution. Who gives a shit? Unforgettable Beyonce outfits. I forgot. Trump's New Mexico envoy stares controversy with, I can't even say this word. I guess it's somebody's name, but it's Reuters. That's the news story. It's a painting of a woman with a bunch of monkeys around her, okay, with some kind of symbolism hanging around her neck. Must-see movie. Out this fall. The new Terminator, okay? Nothing against women. There's some badass women out here, okay? But when you take and glorify something that should have never been glorified in the manner that it's glorified in, okay, it's retarded. It goes completely against Adam and Eve. It goes completely against husband and wife, man and woman. But they know this. Hollywood knows this. Have y'all not seen the game that they're playing with us? Okay, the biggest stars from every state. And they got poor little old Janet Jackson on there, pale looking as hell, as one of the so-called photos. Okay, now, let's see. Products hit hardest by the trade war. Look like they're showing soybean. Trade war. They know this is a lie, bullshit. We know it. Okay. If I'm trying to get it to clear back up. That's sad, isn't it? Sorry about this, y'all. It should have a better track control on what it does, but it wants to be itself. But anyway, that was the big bunch of bullshit headlines. And of course, this is Social Climbing by Bing. Let's see what else we got down here. Texas shooting victim. Let's see. Army vet, teen girl, mail carrier, and others. The gun didn't do it. The motherfucker that pulled the trigger did. Common sense. shockingly, cash back if you have good credit. I don't know how many people is going to get bought into a bunch of shit when it comes to this. The gold standard comes back. Get ready for the credit to go that way. Leave. That's where it needs to go. People need to quit believing that they can take $100 and live like a millionaire, because that's the game that they played on y'all. I learned this myself the hard way. I've seen it. At one time, I had what they call AAA credit, and I could walk into a bank and sign my name and get $25,000 by the next day if I wanted it. That's where they wanted me. Never did it. Let's see. What's here? The most extreme bridge on Earth. That's pretty extreme. Judge discusses unsealing new trove of Epstein papers. Needs to come out. All of y'all people out there that want to lavish themselves after the millionaires and the billionaires and set yourself up on a pedestal and make them your gods and the ones you want to worship and the ones you want to be the most like, you might want to go see how these people really are before you start wishing that. Let's see. Help people affected by Hurricane Dorian already. I don't know what charitable donation they want us to suck up to this time. Let's see. 50 worst Netflix original movies. Something about $50 investment. Scientists have solved the odd physics of pancake batter. Don't they have any fucking thing else better to do? A 23-year-old pastry prodigy is reinventing dessert. These babies' names are going to be extinct. Stormy Daniels on the testifying to Congress. I have no fear. The 11 worst trades in NFL history. Like that makes a fuck to me. Or most of us. Our own vices are our own fucks. Our own fuck-ups. Our own vices are. The shit we follow. I found this out the hard way too. How to wash your pillow the right way. Opinion. What I mean when I say don't enable Trump. Bloomberg. Something about money. Okay, some dumbass and a pair of glasses. Wear glasses makes you smart. Remember that. Expert urge Americans to refinance in 2019. People's going to find out this gold standard comes back. A lot of this shit, I was involved in a bad mortgage with Chase Manhattan. They robbed me of my motherfucking house. I've got proof of it in a box hidden right now. Still got it hidden to this day. I had a $90,000 house, estimated market value, okay? I was still in the process of remodeling. Done a lot of new stuff to it. Windows, doors, vinyl, new kitchen, new floors, oak tongue and groove floors, real nice shit. Okay, estimated, paid $32,000 for it. Last appraisal is an estimated appraisal at 90. There was 60-some thousand left out on the house. End up finding another deed of trust in my records that took 10 years for them to put it there. Court records saying that my house was worth $1 million. So yeah, I got fucked on that one too. So y'all better watch what you do. because this paperwork looks good, sounds legitimate. But over 90% of the mortgages out here right now is bogus, a fraud. People don't understand that either. They start understanding the laws that's there to govern us and help us. They'll start seeing how the plug got pulled out of the tub on us, not the banks, not the attorneys, not the rest of the cocksuckers that's been spoon feeding us their lives. Let's see what else down here on the page. Hong Kong leader withdraws extraordinary or extradition bill. Oh, y'all finally starting to fucking wise up. Reuters. Okay. You fucking people had to go through a million-man marching fucking army against you dumbasses before you'd fucking do anything. Disney Cruise Line. Now, that could be a lie, too, though. Disney Cruise Line update on the Bahama. Crew concern. Well, get your little fairy asses away from the fucking storm, you fucktards. Dozens of DeLoreans hiding from Hurricane Dorian. In storage. Ooh. 2020 Ferrari. Wow, man. This blows me away. This is headlines that's in fucking national news, man. Google YouTube to pay $170 million penalty for collecting data from kids. Will their fucking parents get it? The people that deserve it? Analyze with uproar means for Boris Brexit in Britain. Politico. Let's see. Brands Prince Charles, Prince Philip, and the Queen swears by. Town and Country. 40 viral records are worth a fortune. Man, it just kills my ass. More sports, more bullshit, more half fucking naked Beyonce. I bet that scooter booter of hers seen more prick rammed up in it than you could ever imagine any porn star you could think of. Let's see. Oh, Red Lobster's got their $16 endless shrimp deal back. Did we go there and get some shrimp? Or did it come out of the, what is it, Japanese Sea? Fukushima shrimp? Or is that extra spices? Let's see. Conductor returns $9,000 left on train by something another minded, absent-minded rider. The motherfucker should not be carrying money. If he's that absent-minded. Unsold 2018 SUV going for pennies on the dollar. Lifestyle Daily Review. Mom kills in road rage incident while teaching son to drive. I believe that was a valuable lesson, don't y'all? Get the details. The show's totally new. Look. No. Little girl hooks monster fish on toy rod. Most popular summer song in the last 44 years. Highlights Trout smacks 44th homer of the year tied to MLB something or other. More bullshit about fucking sports. What we turned into gods. Smart USB stick back up. Everything on your computer. China is buzzing about Netflix documentary American Factory. September horoscope. Things will move at breakneck speed. Horrible scopes. Jennifer Anderson opens up about turning 50. Sucks, don't it, honey? I'm 52. Cabal concerned about U.S. Taliban deal. Seeks clarification. The AFP. What, clarification do y'all need? Okay, let's see. Pete Buttigieg plans to task Pentagon with, oh God, man, fighting climate change. I know this is wrong for me to say, but I think half of these people, not just the Democrats, the liberals, and all these foolish, stupid motherfuckers, ought to be handed a gun, at least 2 bullets in it. That way, just make sure that if the first one don't go off, they can pull it twice, and tell them the instructions is in the barrel, but you got to pull the trigger and hold it between your eyes, just to get rid of them. This is they're causing carbon. That's what they keep claiming. Well, these dumb motherfuckers are causing the biggest part of it, and it's called dumb carbon. That gotta be. Okay, let's see. Woman sees homeless man every day. Then he hands her a note revealing his, I don't know what all that's about. I'm not going to go into it. They try to put some kind of heart thing going on here with most people. Let's see. Climate change with Buttigieg, if he gets in the White House. Well, that motherfucker, they need to put him in a nut house. Indian Scout lineup gets 2 special models, better break 2020. Okay, Indian motorcycle. Been around for a long time. At least they're trying to keep themselves somewhat USA. Harley about done sold out. Mom's photo of her postpartum body sends a message about self-love. Woman's probably in her mid-40s, 50s. Her nipples are showing. She got a love hat on. She just looks just like any other 40 or 50-year-old woman running around with a half-top bikini on. Let's see. He was homeless for a decade. A furniture shop just him with some new digs. Give him a house, I guess. I don't know. Texas inmate set to be executed for killing 2 women in 2003. He was there for a minute, wasn't he? I'm just going through some of these bullshit headlines. The world's most livable cities. Lie. Any city is a prison. Remember that. Considering an SUV, this refresh should be on your short list. Kelley Blue Book. Can't afford these motherfuckers. They're cost more than a house. Opens up about terrible decision being disrespectful. Justin Bieber. He is a little punk pussy with too much money. No disrespect. That's the truth. Somebody that's been well talented, gifted to be stupid. Okay. Here's what I had about an awakening moment. I know it's a little far in the video, but I figured I'd change things up a little bit. I'm sorry it is too long. We've had 2 presidents in our history to warn us about the military-industrial complex. Okay? Here's the elephant in the room that nobody's paying no attention to, or not even talking about, or even thinking about. Well, they might be thinking about, but I hadn't said. But I'm going to say it. This military-industrial complex is the ones, if I'm not mistaken, helping Trump clean out the mess in D.C. and throughout the world. Okay? Sounds wonderful, don't it? They seen the light. They seen the light. Now, what happens when they get rid of their elite masters that was ready to stick their head in the fucking ocean and drown them and have some trans testicles stick a dick in their ass. Because that's where they was heading, and they seen it. The elite was about ready to chop their fucking heads off and legs and tails and get rid of them. Look what Obama done to gut the military. They was getting rid of their competition before they fucked this whole world the rest of the way. Okay? Do you not believe that a lot of these old motherfuckers that's been ruling this world and taking these people to fucking war and killing people all over the motherfucking place because their masters told them to are not still there? Have they all seen the light and got the gospel and Lord behind them? This is what nobody's thinking about. I think of things, I guess, sometimes that people don't think about. Okay? So, this is what we got to look forward to when the pedophilia is gone. Oh, that'll never go away. Evil will never go away. Not until God sets his feet back down on this earth. That's the only time all of it's going to go away. We can slow it down. Okay? We is me, I can't. Okay? We is y'all, you can't. We're relying on the same people that was warned about by 2 presidents. The military industrial complex. And yes, no matter what it happens, it's going to take time to do any of this. Heard some good news. I think Trump's got a whole file full of impeachment charges ready to go down on the federal courts and the FISA courts. So he starts wiping that out and putting the right people back in. Okay, this rule of law, if any of y'all are Christians, y'all understand that there's some passages in the Bible talking about man's law being unjust. But for some reason, they want to keep upholding it. And it's failed them time and time and time and time and time. But it's the best thing going. No, it ain't. If you actually followed God's law and common law, that's the best thing going. Because about more than 80% of them 2 things is incorporated in their bullshit law that they use against us. Only a small margin of it. But anyway, y'all, I know it's been going on too long. I'm going to get off here. I hope I can get this thing launched. I find it retarded on some of this stuff, but remember, we've had 2 presidents warn us about the military and industrial complex. And who is Trump in bed with? Not doubting what's going on is a good thing. But they turncoat on their own masters to follow another known as Trump to do the right thing. So what's going to happen when the right thing's over and done with? Are they going to turncoat and go back against us, we the people, and go back to their same old game? Is that what's going to happen? Nobody's talking about that. Later, y'all. Peace. And hope everybody's having a good day.